Hi everyone, Miss Michelle Fixit, otherwise known as Michelle Fixit. Today is June the 6th, 2023. It is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I am doing admin stuff right now in my sort of office, which is the bathroom. And I just finished up the video on how to do the sales tax for the state of Mississippi, in case anyone was wondering, using Square as your payment processing. And so we had that completed, plus we initiated the payment and everything on that return. And now I have multiple tabs up, and I have we use Intuit QuickBooks for the payroll. I find it to be very simple and easy, and I know there's a bunch of different things that you could do, but for me, helping with payroll and stuff like that, being 1,200 miles away, this is the most user-friendly way to do it. And they even have it where you can like auto payroll your employees, and I think that's fantastic. And there was an app when I use it for one of my businesses. It makes it where you can evite your employees, so that way they can always have all their payroll stuff. They can see everything they do, the automatic payroll, like the whole thing. It's just really user friendly. It's really employee friendly, in my opinion, and it's really good with the value and stuff, because I think whenever they were shopping around, it was going to be a couple $100s a month for a company to basically do this kind of stuff, and I just happen to do it once a month, and I have to use this stuff, so it works out pretty well. And you can do 1099s and bonus checks. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can do. So for this particular instance, we are currently logged into, on one of the tabs, Mississippi Department of Revenue, also known as TAP, which is Tango. The website is Tango Alpha Peter dot Delta Oscar Romeo dot Mike Sierra dot Golf Oscar Victor, and that's for the state of Mississippi. We are currently logged. We are just logged in, and so we are on the main page, which has our sales tax commitments that we have to do, and our withholding tax that we have to do. And so the way that I get the withholding tax amount is I log into Intuit QuickBooks, and the prompts, it says Intuit QuickBooks at the far left top corner, and then it has a little selection with a plus sign and an oblong shaped thing that says new, and then it says payroll with a little arrow to the right, reports, taxes, my accountant, time. So for my specific situation, I'm going to select reports, click on that, wait impatiently for things to work, and then I have favorited payroll tax liability, so I click on that, and then for some reason, even though it says last month, it has it for March, not May, so I have to click, it says payroll tax liability, and it has feedback, and it has back, and it has the name of the corporation, and so I have to go into the little calendar icon and change it over to May. Over here, deselect May. Come on. Okay, it will not let me do this. So instead of selecting, because for some reason it's shy, we're going to do 05/01/2023. Click. And then it gets mad at me because it says start date must be before the end date. So then it's like, okay, fine, I get that. And then we're 05/31/2023. You click, and then everybody's happy. Then you select apply, and you wait for it to generate. And then it has federal taxes. And in parentheses, it'll say 941/943/944. Has a tax amount, has tax paid, has tax owed. Federal income tax, Social Security employer, Medicare employer, federal unemployment, in parentheses 940, in parentheses Infinetics Frank Uniform Tango, it's actually Foxtrot Uniform Tango Alpha employer, Mississippi income tax again, Mississippi unemployment tax, Mississippi SUI employer, MS workforce investment training tax. And so for our purposes, I say our, it's how I was taught. I'm from the South, leave me alone. For our, which sounds like an hour as in 1 hour has passed. It's Mississippi income tax right there. So then we take that number and we transpose it to the Mississippi TAP, or the Mississippi Department of Revenue. So we go down, we have our little action center. It says withholding tax, it has the company name, file, view, or amend return, make payment, close this account. So for our particular instance, we're doing file, view, or amend return. We click on that. And then just like on the other page from the other video, it has 30 June 2023, which is not due, but it's still prompted, meaning that it will be generated. And then we have 31 May 2023, return type, withholding tax, and then status outstanding. They make it seem like we're super duper late. We're actually early. I don't like the word usage. And then we have file now. And for some reason on the June 30th one, we could file that now, but you know, the month's not done, so that would be a bad idea. So file now, we selected that, and we scroll down, and then we put in here how much Mississippi income tax was withheld, which is line 1. So we put our amount in, and then because we are special cats, we go back to Intuit and we check it to make sure that we did not forget a number or have a a dyscalculia thing happen. So we enter in our amount, we click away from it, we select, well, there are also other things. So check this box of claiming $0. You also have instructions that's above that. Line 1 says Mississippi income tax withheld. Then you have a blue selectable credit amount. Line 2 is the penalty line. Line 3 is interest, which says see instructions in parentheses. And then number 4, line 4, is total due. So we inputted our amount, we hit next, we down scroll, and then it says this withholding return submission is ready to submit. So we click submit. We have to enter in our password because they want to make sure that we are paying attention, cats, and so we do that. We're going to get a warning about our password. There it is. Bye-bye password pop up. And then we are going to, we have an option. Okay, then it says confirmation. Your return has been submitted, but you may not be finished. Click the schedule payment button below to make your payment. Once processing is complete, the return will post to your account. Please allow 1 to 2 days processing time. Log back into TAP anytime you want to check the status of your return. Your confirmation number is this. We have received your submission. However, it will not post to your account until processing is complete. This may take 24 to 48 hours. Permits and certain account updates require approval and may take several days. Payments will not post until funds have been released by your bank. So now we are going to select schedule payment, and just like on the other page from the other video, it says payment request, payment method. It says select payment method, ACH debit payment, and then it's bolded. It says most frequently used. You can authorize the Department of Revenue to debit your bank account for the amount you enter on the payment screen. There is no transaction fee for this payment type. The other option is credit card payment. They accept American Express, Discover, MasterCard, and Visa are accepted. You will be required to pay a transaction fee of 2.5% of the transaction amount. ACH credit payment. To make an ACH credit payment, you must initiate the payment transaction with your financial institution to send a payment to the Department of Revenue. Fees may or may not apply. Fees may or may not apply based on your financial institution's rules. And we select next instead of cancel, and then we down scroll, and then it still says payment request, and then it has select payment type. It has audit payment, payment against an audit assessment, bill payment is a selectable, payment against a past due liability, and the third option is return payment, payment for a current return permit or license, and that's the one that we are going to be selecting right here. Click. And then we could go we could click cancel, previous, or next, and we are selecting next. And then the next screen for the next is payment channel, which is interesting. And it has options, says default or new, has the financial institution, has the payment date, 06 June 2023, select payment, which is current balance, which is the amount, and then it has the amount, and then we have to click on the confirm amount, and we have to, like smart cats, put in the amount that we are selecting. So then we click submit instead of cancel or previous, and then we put in our handy dandy password. Bam. We could cancel, we could hit OK. We are selecting OK. We get our pop-up for our passwords because the computer gets grumpy. And then now we are on a screen that says Department of Revenue, State of Mississippi. We could go back to returns. It says confirmation in bolded lettering. Also in bolded lettering, please review the payment request information below for your payment to the Department of Revenue. In bolding. You may want to print a copy for your records. Your payment request confirmation is this number, paid for by their company. It has their withholding tax account number, tax period ending in 5/31/2023. It has their financial institution, their routing number, their account number, their payment amount, their payment date, their submission date, and then it has DOR, which is Delta Oscar Romeo, company identification number / originating ID. Then it has their number. It says this is only the payment request. It is your responsibility to review your bank statement to confirm that this transaction was successful. Oops, bolded, question mark. If you want to make a change, it's not too late. While a payment is still pending, you can return to your account, cancel the payment, and make a new one. Contact us by email if you have any questions about electronic payments. And then it's Echo Foxtrot Tango Uniform November India Tango at Delta Oscar Romeo dot Mike Sierra dot Golf Oscar Victor. Yes, I know the whole alphabet. It was just fun. I just learned it because I was working around a lot of military people. And then in pink, in a rectangle, it says we have received your submission. However, it will not post to your account until processing is complete. This may take 24 to 48 hours. Permits and certain account updates require approval and may take several days. Payment will not post until funds have been released by your bank. And then you say okay or print. Bam. And now we are done. Look at that. We have done part of our monthly obligation stuff. We used to have to like do child support checks and stuff, and we don't have to do that anymore because our handy dandy MCAT is handling that kind of stuff. Intuit makes it where you can do wage garnishments. They have all these different things, so like they're very user friendly. And now it's 3:03 in the morning. So I still have daddy cat dog stuff to do. I at least have the business stuff done for the shop. So that's one less thing because I still have emission stuff. I have a lot of stuff to do. So it's like prioritizing things before they are late, which right now technically the Trailblazer's late for her emission stuff. And then technically the taxes are late, but that wasn't because of my fault. I was already done with the taxes when they were not going to be late, but then I didn't have all the documentation that I needed. And now it's just like we need a file. And I am going to be working on getting my P10. I think it's going to be time for me to go to bed. Because if you guys don't know, like I am an oddball. I do my best work whenever everyone's asleep because I'm so used to having to like work with children and stuff like that. But my preferred time period to go to sleep is like 1 to 3, or between like 3 and 6. And then like when my children wake up, then that's whenever I wake up. And look, you guys are down to 15% power. So I'll probably be going on nights. And yes, I talk like this. But yeah. So you guys are almost done. I hope that if you needed help with like knowing how to do taxes for a business in the state of Mississippi, that this was helpful. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And I will see you next time. And I'm just going to awkwardly stare at you for a minute and then bye!